Hi, my name's Ryan Laniff, and I'm the elective vice president of Alpha Epsilon Delta. AD is kind of everything to me, so I try to sit down and think about what it is that I really love about AD. And when I think really hard, it comes down to the people. So instead of me just sitting here and telling you all the things I love about AD, I thought I'd let them tell you. So here it is. Hope you enjoy it.
I actually sat next to an older member and actually the old elective vice president, and she told me all about it, and she actually ended up becoming my big. So that was a lot of fun.
AD positively impacts my experience as a student because it really introduces me to other people who are taking the same classes. So for a lot of my classes, I already have friends going in. It already makes me more comfortable.
It helped me make a lot of new friends and have a lot of experiences that I wouldn't have otherwise had if I wasn't in AED. And I also learned a lot about what I want to do with my future and the people that I know will support me and the friends that I made through AED.
Also just my various directorships, whether it be Health Extern with helping people get research, or with, socials, and then Ultimate Frisbee. I think it's just a fun time in general, and I think impacting it, I helped make it who it is.
So my biggest and most amazing accomplishment to date is definitely when I was relay director for AED. I was relay director for 2 semesters. So I was in the spring of 2014 and the spring of 2015. So 2014 we raised $15,000, and then 2015 we raised $20,000, which I think is just amazing, and it was really great to leave my mark.
And so I guess what I learned about myself is it's not something I didn't know before, it's kind of something I forgot, and that's how outgoing and extroverted and how much of a leader I am.
My favorite volunteer event has to be Give Kids the World, just because driving all the way to Orlando and going to the village and seeing all the kids and the families and getting to interact with them, especially while playing all the games and riding all the rides. It was such a happy and humbling experience.
My favorite volunteering event would be Sydney Lanier, and it was PE time with the kids. And it was my favorite event because it wasn't really PE time for the kid I was hanging out with, it was PE time for me.
Food for Kids event, we went to this warehouse and we packed boxes of food for kids who couldn't afford to have their own lunches and meals around Christmas and Thanksgiving. So I thought that was really nice because not everyone can get certain things, so I thought that impacted the community really well.
I definitely felt AD's biggest impact when we did the Midterm Madness event last spring. We had about 4 divisions come together, so we had just a huge amount of directors and a huge amount of volunteers come out to Library West. And we brought a bunch of dogs out and a bunch of posters, and we just really got to give back to the UF community. Everyone loved it.
It's definitely opened my eyes to, because I've always wanted to be doctor, just doctor straight, that's all I want to do, but I've kind of, been open to more pre-vet or even having the EMT speaker come, and I really found that intriguing too, what they do, and seeing how everything kind of meshes and intertwines together in the health field. It's not just one person, one sector doing all the work, it's everyone working together.
I went up and talked to, I think we were wearing a lacrosse beanie.
Yeah.
And I had played in high school.
Yeah, and then
so I was I can make a connection with Carl.
And we bonded over that, and then, we saw each other at the big little speed date social. And that was, that's how we made our connection.
The free pizza, can I say that?
Yeah!
Yes, I love the pizza. That's one less meal I have to make, but also getting to eat it with a lot of people that are kind of cool and my friends, so that's what I like.
My favorite part about AED has definitely been the people. It's the nice balance between volunteering and social aspects, so it's not as much demanding as, I would say, Greek life, but at the same time you get those awesome connections, the friends for life that you can come back years later to a tailgate, oh yeah, I remember you, remember that one volunteering event or that one social, and that's what I really think is great about it.
I've also really enjoyed meeting new people. I went through a rough time earlier this year, and a bunch of them actually stepped in to help me out, and I consider them some of my good friends and confidants now.
Hands down, no questions, the people. The people in AD are the most phenomenal, self-motivated, and just really downright awesome people.